Hey guys, welcome back to the 4545 podcast with me, Talua Family Day. Thank you so much for tuning in to another one of my videos. Before we get into today's content, I'd like to say please like this video for the YouTube algorithm just so we can get noticed a little bit more. Please comment whatever you think on today's video, if you have your own opinions on the video, and share it around to your friends and family just so they can see it and help this channel grow. Without further ado, let's just get right into the video. So for today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. How many times am I going to say the word video? For those of you who don't know, the European Championships are starting on June 11th. Basically, for short, we call it the Euros. They were supposed to happen in 2020, but of course, the COVID-19 outbreak and the pandemic really stalled things in the world of football and really just the world of sports as a whole. So now they've pushed it to 2021, and I'm going to do my best to give you guys my predictions on who I think is going to win, whether it's the group stage or who I really think is going to win the tournament at the end of it. I've taken a lot of inspiration from Mark Goldbridge, Mini Mentor. Those are the big YouTubers. Those are the big guys who love to talk about football. That's why I'm doing this video and predicting on the Euros app. So let's just get right into it. All right, guys, let's get right into it. Before we start, however, let me know who you guys think is going to win the tournament. Just put it down below in the comments. Let me know who you also think the top goal scorer is going to be, because we got some really good attackers in this tournament. So like I said, let me know in the comments down below, and let's get started. As you can see right in front of us is the group stage predictor. And I've already jumped the gun. Look at me. I've already jumped the gun and I've put Italy first, but I do think Italy is going to finish first. The most important players I think on this team are going to be Verratti, the PSG midfielder, and the forward players, Immobile, Chiesa, and Insigne. If those three can link up tremendously well, Italy's going to have a very deep run in the tournament. Their goalkeeper, Gianluigi Donnarumma, is going to be helping them tremendously, helping them, just be the wall that he really is. He's a 6'5" goalkeeper and he's only 21 years old, but he's had so much experience playing for AC Milan since he was 17. And now rumors of him being a free agent. He's going to have a great tournament. This is his time to prove himself to the biggest teams in the world because he wants to leave Milan. Let's see what Italy can do. For the remaining teams, it's really just the rest of the best. Italy is better than these three. It's going to be difficult for me to see Wales doing well in this tournament. They have great players like Gareth Bale, Daniel James, Aaron Ramsey, but I can't really see them breaking the top three. Maybe they'll finish third if either Switzerland or Turkey, start to slip up. But for now, I'm going to put Wales fourth. I just can't really see them edging out these teams, but anything can happen in football. Moving on, it's between Switzerland and Turkey, who I think is going to finish second and third. Switzerland, the key players for them are going to be Granit Xhaka. If he's playing in midfield, not left back like he normally plays for Arsenal. I think if he plays center mid and he's really constructing the way of play, he's really just bringing the game's tempo down to his pace, controlling the game in the midfield area. Him and Xherdan Shaqiri, if they link up, it's going to be a fantastic time. For Turkey, Çalhanoğlu, Soyuncu in defense. I think Burak Yilmaz has had a fantastic season for Lille. He's going to be a very clinical striker for them if they want to move on and progress in the tournament. Difficult, but between these two, it's hard. It's hard for me to really decide. I'm going to say Switzerland's going to finish second, and Turkey will finish third, and that rounds out Group A. Now moving on to Group B, the easiest choice for first place is Belgium. They are a fantastic team. Romelu Lukaku, Eden Hazard, Torgan Hazard, Kevin De Bruyne, Yuri Tielemans. I could go on and on about this Belgium team. They're so strong in numbers. The midfield creativity is probably second to none in this tournament. Kevin De Bruyne and Yuri Tielemans alone, adding that with Eden Hazard, his brother Torgan, and just the brute striker up top in Romelu Lukaku. They're going to be a fantastic team. They're going to be a difficult team to play against in this tournament as well, and they're definitely finishing first in Group B. Moving on, we have Russia, Denmark, Finland. Finland's finishing fourth. I'm sorry, just based off the talent and what we've seen them do on, the national stage, they're not strong enough to edge out either Russia or Denmark. So Finland is definitely going to finish last. Russia, Denmark have some great players, but I think this one is a little more straightforward than the Group A. I don't think Denmark has it in them to finish second. I think Russia is going to edge them out. And that's going to do it for Group B. For Group C, this one is more straightforward than most we're going to see here on this video. The Netherlands are going to finish first. Of course, notably, the absence of Virgil van Dijk is going to be huge. His absence alone is telling me that they're not going to go far in the competition. But regardless, they're going to be a great team. And they're going to be very difficult to play against at times. I know the Netherlands are a very compact, robust team. So they're going to finish first in their group. Macedonia is finishing fourth, Ukraine third, and Austria second. I think this is how it's going to play out. Now moving on to Group D. This one becomes a little bit more difficult. I do think England is going to finish first. This is one of the most top-heavy England generations we've seen in a while. Harry Kane, Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, Raheem Sterling, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Jack Grealish. I mean, I could go on and on. Mason Mount. The defensive reinforcements, the midfield reinforcements, they're going to be a very, very good team. And I actually think that they might go all the way, but we'll discuss that later. Now moving on. It's going to be difficult. I think Scotland is actually going to finish second. This is a controversial take. I don't think Croatia is going to finish in second place. I don't think Luka Modric will be able to carry his team like he did in the World Cup, because the surrounding players are getting older, just like Luka Modric, but they're not really improving. So I think they're going to finish below Scotland. I think a key player for Scotland is obviously going to be Scott McTominay. If he's able to drive the midfield, depending on if he plays the defensive midfield position or center back. And to round it out, I think Czech will finish last. Moving on to Group E. Now this one is more straightforward than most. Spain first, Poland second. The third and fourth positions really come down to Sweden and Slovakia. These are interchangeable, so I'm just going to do it like this. Moving on to Group F, which is the group of death. France, Portugal, Germany, and Hungary is definitely finishing last. Let me just put that out there right away. No disrespect to Hungary, but Portugal, France, Germany, it'll be the shock of the century if they make it out in the first two positions. Now, here's my reasoning for who I think is going to finish where. France is going to finish first primarily because their attacking talent, the midfield talent of N'Golo Kante and Paul Pogba, mixed with, like I said, the attacking talent of Karim Benzema, who's been reinstated into the team, Kylian Mbappe, Ousmane Dembele, Antoine Griezmann, Marcus Thuram. I mean, wow. The France team is unreal. So that's why I think they're going to finish first. They won the World Cup a couple of years ago, and their squad has gotten stronger. You know, it's remained solid, but still it has gotten stronger. So they're definitely going to be finishing first, in my opinion. Second and third comes down to when these two teams play together, who's going to get the edge. And I think it's going to be Portugal that gets the edge over Germany. Germany are not really that imposing of a team anymore. And Portugal, with the defensive capabilities of Ruben Diaz, who just won Player of the Year in the Premier League, which I'm going to make a separate video about because that is controversial. Very controversial. But I do think Portugal are going to be too strong for Germany. And that rounds out Group F. Now, let's predict the four best third-place teams. Germany, definitely. Croatia, definitely. Denmark, and it's either between Ukraine and Turkey. I'm going to say Turkey. Now, let's go and predict the knockout stage. Here we are, round of 16. According to our predictions of the group stage, this is what the knockout stage would look like. In the round of 16, it would be Belgium versus Croatia, Italy versus Austria, France and Denmark, Scotland, Poland, Spain versus Turkey, England versus Portugal, the Netherlands versus Germany, and Switzerland versus Russia. Now let's start with the top. Belgium is going to beat Croatia. I don't see Croatia edging out. Just the brilliance of Kevin De Bruyne, the brilliance of Lukaku, I can't see it happening. Italy versus Austria, this is another one where I just think Italy is going to make it through based off the attacking talents that they have. Insigne really impresses me as a player. So I really hope that this is the outcome. Belgium versus Italy for the first quarterfinal. Moving on, France versus Denmark. France, baby. We know France is going to win that. Let's see who their opponent is going to be between Scotland and Poland. I want to say Poland because of Robert Lewandowski. But I feel like Scotland are going to be just the underdogs, you know. I want to say they're going to do something crazy in this tournament. But my gut is really still going to tell me that Poland is going to make it through to the quarterfinal. The next one, Spain versus Turkey. No-brainer, Spain. And this one right here, England versus Portugal, is not a no-brainer. This one is going to be difficult. Very, very difficult. This is going to be a very interesting game. England with their top-heavy attack and Portugal with their solid defense. This one might go to penalties, honestly. And we know England's record on penalties. I want to say England will take it. Netherlands versus Germany. Now, I said the Netherlands, I don't think they'll be able to go far because of the absence of Virgil van Dijk. But against Germany, they have a very strong chance of making it through. On the other hand, Germany also have a very strong chance of making it through against the weaker Netherlands. For this one, I'm going to say Germany. Germany are going to make it. And between these two, this could really just be, based off what you see during the group stages. But for now, I'm going to say Switzerland are not going to be able to beat Russia. Now we move on to the semifinals. Belgium is going to take the first quarterfinal. The other semifinalist, France. And this could have been a final. This could have been the Euro final. But no, this is going to probably end up being the semifinal. Belgium versus France. Spain, England. Very difficult game. I don't think Spain will out-edge England if England are making it past Portugal. So England and Germany will go past Russia. Actually, Russia have a case here. But nah, I think it'll be Germany. So this is not a lackluster semifinal at all. We have Belgium versus France. And I'll tell you why I think which team is going to win. I really do think Belgium versus France is going to end up in the French winning. And here's why. I think France's midfield is better than Belgium's midfield. Hear me out. When it comes to winning the ball back. N'Golo Kante is so good at winning the ball back and facilitating the play from there. He nonstop runs. Like we've seen him do for Chelsea this season. I think he's going to do the same for France against Belgium. I don't think De Bruyne is going to be able to freely create. I think it's going to be him and Tielemans sharing the creative duties. But I think France is just going to edge it on that midfield battle. And N'Golo Kante is going to be a very, very pivotal player in this tournament. Now, England versus Germany. If I'm following the story that I've been telling, England is going to win. England is going to win just primarily based off their attack. If their attack is lackluster in this tournament, then my prediction has really just gone to shit. But that's why it's a prediction, so we can wait and see what happens in this beautiful game. I think England's top-heavy attack is going to be able to outclass Germany's midfield and their defense, but we'll have to wait and see. Now we've gone to the final. France and England. This is a tough one. This is really, really a tough one. If France's defense holds strong, then they'll win. If England's attack is strong, then they'll win. This is difficult. I want to say France. I don't think England have the guts to actually win in the final. They have a strong chance, but it really comes down to if they're focused enough. The back line of John Stones, Harry Maguire, will they be focused? Will Raheem Sterling be focused? Will Marcus Rashford be focused? These are all the questions that I have, and I'm sure a lot of people have as well. So I think France will end up taking it. So that's going to do it, guys, for this video. I really want to know what you guys think is going to happen in the comments down below. Let me know who you think is going to win. For the top goal scorer, I know I didn't actually get to it. I thought there'd be a different selection part that would, allow me to input my prediction. Top goal scorer in this competition, I think it's going to be Romelu Lukaku. He's shown just tremendous form for Inter Milan in this Serie A this season. I think he's going to carry it into the competition. Lukaku is Belgium's all-time top goal scorer, so why wouldn't he have a case? Another person who I think may win the Golden Boot, Kylian Mbappe, who is a wonderful talent for France. On the England side, Harry Kane is going to be a tremendous goal threat. There's so many great strikers. Lewandowski for Poland. Either way, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see come into this channel. There's going to be some great content. I can really promise you that. Without further ado, thank you so much for watching. It's been the 4545 podcast with me, Tulu of FAMU Day. Peace.